Hi y'all, it's me. Well, okay, that's not me. That's my attempt at a drawing. I am not an artist, as you can tell. But I want to give you something to look at while I talk to you for a second. Okay, so, and this is from Joe. I got that from Joe. Thanks, Joe. Scrubstress here on YouTube. Anyhow, the other day I went to my Goodwill and was walking around, and I wasn't going to go that day. Something just said, you got to go, you got to go. And when I got there, I was looking and looking. I was like, why did I come here? It's like nothing here today. And then all of a sudden, buried under massive amounts of stuff, I found something. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just picked it up and didn't look at the price, and it was mine. That's all I knew. Um, anyhow, this item was so gruesome looking, but I saw so much potential once I stopped and looked at it for a second that I just knew I had to bring it home with me. So let me show you what this monstrosity looked like when I bought it. Okay, here it goes. As you can see, it's quite gruesome, but it has potential. And so anyway, it was $2.99. I begged them to keep the doll and resell it, but they didn't want to. They said, no, it's part of that. And I'm going, how can it be part of that? She's like, it's 10 times the size of the dresser. And she said, no, you have to keep the doll. And I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. I'm not a big fan of dolls, and this one kind of just was kind of eerie to me. But anyway, I mean, she's cute, but not my thing. So anyway, brought it home, and then I thought, gosh, I'm gung-ho about this. I started to take it all apart, and this is what I ended up with when I took it apart. So then I said, well, I'm going to work on it. Well, you know, one day led into the next, and I just wasn't feeling my mojo. I'd do a little bit, then I'd stop. I'd do a little, then I'd stop. But I'm going to show you half of it first because I have another part I have to explain before I show you the whole thing together. So this will be the part I'm going to show you. Let me scoot that over, and let me move this over. Ta-da! That's the part I've altered that I can show you so far. So as you can see, I did a lot to it. I painted it, and I crackle painted it, and I painted it again. I just couldn't figure out the right colors that I wanted. Then it finally hit me, and I said, okay, I'm going with this. So I, starting at the top, added a flower that I learned how to make from Jules, and then these are some flowers I bought, and a little paper flower there, and some sprays with pearls on them, and I added some tulle back here that I don't think you can see well, but it's there. Little pearls on the corner here, and as I said, I crackle painted, and then there's some pearls down along the bottom of the mirror as well. I stuck little tiny miniaturized postcards and little pictures there in the along the mirror, as people do when they have those kinds of mirrors. And then I added a doily down here, which I know you can't see very well. I'm going to have pictures at the end so you'll be able to see it a little better. I added these two were actually charms, and I alcohol inked them first, and then I painted over them with the colors I wanted, and then I added the photographs and glossy accented them so they look like photo frames, and they have little stands on the back, but they're glued down so I can't show that part. This is Marion's birdcage charm, and I just have it sitting up here. It's not, that's the only thing that's not attached. I don't know if I want to keep that there, but I like it there for now, so that's what's staying there. I added some pearls on the handles there, and I have some pearl necklace spilling out, and this old, this was off of an earring, and oh my gosh, Lord, excuse my reach. These earrings, I don't know what I did with. These were the kind that have screw backs, and I don't know if a lot of you know what those are, but when women didn't used to pierce their ears, they used to wear, here, I think I have one I can show you. They used to wear these kind right here. Oops, sorry. And you screw them onto your ear, like they stay in place. Well, my mom had given me tons of old broken jewelry that she found, and they had this on the back. So that was a earring, and I took the backing off and just made it look like a necklace hanging out of the drawer. I painted the umbrella and added a pearl, and then I added some trim and a pearl down here at the bottom, and painted the shoes and added some pearls in the center of the flowers. I covered this with Crafty Secrets piece of paper. I didn't want it to be too loud. I kind of just wanted it to be mute since everything else was kind of busy. I added some pearls and some trim underneath that. So that was part of it, and there's a hat missing that you saw in the other video that you didn't see yet, but I'm getting to that. So then I was not going to put that doll on there because that doll, as I told you, didn't work for me. So I went ahead, and my mom is traveling, and she'd sent me something in the mail. It was a dress form, wooden one, and let me show that to you. Okay, so she had sent this to me like, what timing? I'm going, oh, this can't be more perfect. So I'm going to alter that. So now I can show you the whole thing together. Ta-da! And there's my finished project. Oh my gosh. Let's start up here. I just painted the hat to match the colors. I added some pearl and some seam binding. There's a wire that comes out here. I think it was to hold a picture or something. So instead I just tied that hat on with seam binding to make it look like the hats the women used to wear with, you know, big bows under them. I painted the dress form a skin color, and then I Mod Podged fabric on the bodice of this to make it look like a dress. And then this pearl trim has some lace attached to it. It's all one piece, so I went ahead and added that there, and a little bit of lace up here in the cleavage area. And down here I had this, it was actually a fan, and it was supposed to be a sleeve, and I decided to make it into a little rosette on the dress, so that's what I added there. And then I added 3 layers of this really pretty ruffled trim, and I crackle painted the base of the dress form. This here is a coaster, and I figured it looked good as a little area rug, so I threw that there. So basically that's my project, and oh my gosh, I love it. Even this looks really cute with it, this little thing Joe made. It's so freaking cute. I'm so proud of myself that I got it done, and I've been wanting to, you know, alter something, and I just didn't know what, and this just fell into my lap. So, you know, check out your Goodwill and, you know, look at things different. Don't just see them for what they are. Kind of look deeper. And oh my gosh, I love this. This is going to go so nicely with all my other little shabby chicness I have going on, piling up to put in my room whenever I have my scrap room. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you like this, and I'll show some pictures at the end. Have a good evening.